Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're playing a visual novel. This story is a work of fiction. Any resemblance with real persons or organizations is coincidental. Ooh la la. Man in the Garden of Eden. Hello, Skinner Agency here. Mikkel, said a female voice. Who is this? Mikkel is seeing another woman. Is this for an infidelity case? Your husband's name is Mikkel? Mikkel Owen, she answered. You're his wife, right? What's your name? Isabel Owen. Isabel Owen, you want me to look into the extramarital affair of your husband, Mikkel Owen, I presume? All right, I'll be sure to let you know whenever I find something. I don't need any contact info. I already got all I need. If there's no result, I'll contact you in a month. Interesting. That means that he is very good at his job, I guess. An affair investigation. It's been a long time. Actually, I could really go for some holiday, but the boss has been disappointed in me lately, so I'll keep a low profile for now. Let's see what we've got on Mr. Owen here. Obtain information about Mikkel. In order to check the items you've obtained, click on the title icon at the bottom right of the screen. I'm hiding it behind my tail. Sorry, guys. To access the menu, then the archives. Ooh, that's a foot. Oops. Archives. He's a journalist working for Cray Newspaper Company. Listed here is his age, address, salary, work history, and the like. Okay, we can't actually read it. Okay. Last update was a year ago. Let's hope he hasn't changed jobs or places. Okay, time to start probing around. So we have Newspaper Company, church, the agency I'm from, Mikkel's house, and the back street. We'll go left to right. Hold on, this person... Huh? What are you looking at? Elvezio Urbano, the highest authority in the local mafia, lover of art, pornography maniac. Gross. It's rare to see you here. Got some business partners around, so I'm paying them a visit. Paying them a visit? He probably means collecting money. Oh, he's got a scar. This art looks really good. Anyway, you heard the rumor. The rumor. Bodies vanishing from the slums. Ain't that a frequent occurrence around here? Besides, security is always so busy recovering corpses, guess their burden is alleviated now. Doesn't matter. If it's criminal in nature, police will show up. That's a danger to us. Well, you already got the whole police force in the palm of your hand. Don't want to spend more than needed. Understandable. If you look into this, I want you to share with me any intel you get. Share? You think I work for free? Got the gall to go against my orders? Calm down, that's not what I'm saying. Listen, unless you want to die a dog's death, you'd better go on living the smart way. Now, see ya, pal. Jerk. Turns out our friend lives nearby. It's a rather standard apartment. No human sign, it's the middle of a weekday, so he could just be at work. What about the wife? Maybe she has her own place. These are the agency's headquarters. There's writing all over the walls. Maybe whiteboards? Guess it's still too early to be coming back. Yeah. The closest church to the back street. Many vagrants from the slums come here to ask for charity, and so do I. Hold on a minute, what's the smell of delicious cookies? Oh, that's the smell of delicious cookies. Oh, it's so nice to see you again. By all means, we have surplus today, so please help yourself. Sister Maria, a nun from this church, kindness incarnate. True to her name, resembles the Holy Mother. Feeds me like a pigeon. Just throws crumbs on the ground and makes you slurp them up. Got it. Obtained cookies from the church. Yes, thank you, sister. You're always welcome. Have you come for work in the back street again? Well, as usual, yeah. That's most of my work. I guess you can tell from my appearance, but I blend in easily. In the back street, however, I'm a square peg in a round hole. Goodness gracious. I'm sure you know how dangerous it is, but please be careful. It's interesting that he says he blends in, because he's not given, well, I mean, it's interesting that he says he blends in because I think not drawing him as a smart choice, our character, having him be just a silhouette really lets you insert your thoughts and feelings about how he would dress, how he would look. So I'm very curious to see where this goes. Avoid unnecessary risks. Even just taking a look might bring you trouble. Huh, don't worry, sister. By the way, I've kept this book for Damien. Book? Who's Damien? Obtained famous detective novel. and then there were none. Agatha Christie. He said he had borrowed it from you and promised to return it today, but was unable to reach you. Oh, right, I was forgetting. My apologies. He said it was a frightening but really entertaining. He wants to read more in that genre. Then I'll pick up something from the same author. Okay, I need to get going. Thanks for the treat, sister. Agatha Christie is amazing and all of you should read her works, or watch the movies or plays or really anything. There's so much that has been centered around her over the years. Stay safe, detective. She's nice. There's someone I know here, so why not ask a few questions? Whoa, look at your tattoos. You, what do you want? Come to steal info from us? Glenn Mayer, journalist for Cray Newspaper Company, member of an art lovers group. Treats me like his errand boy and apparently drinks 2 gallons of Coke a day. I love his sharp teeth. Such obvious info as would appear in the newspaper is not what I deal in. Rather, I'm interested in someone who works here. Alright, who would that be? Oh, they look good. I like his tattoos. These are like occult symbols. Maybe. A certain Mikkel Owen. Ah, Mikkel, the guy's always busy. Well, even now I can't find him. Does he go outside often? Oh, he's out for a story today and it usually takes time because he's thorough in his job. Always looks tired with panda eyes, no proper time to sleep. So he's overworked. He stays late in the evening too? I sometimes see him when I come here at night. It's not unusual in our line of work. The other day, he was driven away by a coroner for pestering him too much. Wouldn't be surprised if he took the initiative to go and infiltrate the morgue himself. A workaholic of this level wouldn't have much time to flirt around, unless it was all happening within the company, of course. Although I see no woman working in this place. Let's get today's paper. Obtained the Daily Tribune from Cray Newspaper Company. Still the same old grisly type of crimes. There's no menu here. Anyone returned yet? Well, still no sign of anyone. I need to check again at night. Let's look at the archives, though. The journal from the company. The first page features a serial killer story, and the other articles are about his cheerful. Some cookies handed out at the church. Low in sugar, they have a simple and authentic taste. Famous detective novel, a story set in an isolated island in the faraway seas about a string of murders that allude to a children's song. It's very good. It's one of my favorites. Oh, that's right. I have to look into the number from which Mikkel Owen's wife called. Let's see. That's all. The number is from a police station. Cross lines? Faulty telephone? Shoot, just my luck. I'll have to change it to a new one. Now, I need to narrow down Isabel Owen's whereabouts. Time for a break. Hold on. What is this? Money was tucked into the book, given back by Damien. Felt in luck just now, but all I can do is return it. Perhaps the next time I see him, but today is going slow. Might as well leave it in the care of Sister Maria. Perhaps Sister Maria is still hanging around. Wait. Oliver Nielsen, real estate agent. He's hot. Former thug. Hot. Got forced to drink milk through his nose once. Less hot. Why is he wandering around the church? I'd established that it wasn't within his perimeter of action, so I can't be safe here either. Sorry, Damien. I'll return the money later on. Where's he going? To the company? Yo! You, I mean. Me? Wait, you are... Rosa Saxon, photographer, occasionally works for Cray Newspaper Company, Glenn's personal servant, pawn, slave. Oh, poor girl. This lady is not an employee for the journal, but she regularly hops by for work. She's well acquainted with Mikkel. I'm just gathering some info about a worker here. Does the name Mikkel Owen ring a bell? Of course I know him. He often buys my photographs. Is that so? Actually, I was requested by his wife to look into his activities. Why are you telling her? What if she's involved? Really? So he was married? Uh-oh. Well, could be relevant to you in any way? To me? To tell you the truth, we're not particularly in good terms, so... That's what a liar would say. Sounds like she's not the one. In fact, it's quite possible that he hates me. I'm a bit slow and indecisive. In fact, it's quite possible that he hates me. I'm a bit slow and indecisive to his liking. I love this art. When he dropped a pocketbook and I picked it up for him once, he yanked it away from my hands. He asked me many times if I had looked at the contents. I I simply picked it up because it fell down. He doesn't trust me. He's the serial killer! He's leaving tokens of what he's done in his book! That's why he's always out late! That he's murdering people! And he's covering it up! Because he works for the newspaper! Y'all, I know. I wonder if there are pictures of his mistress inside. Oh, speaking of which, lately there's a nice scent around him. Blood. Yeah, it's like a perfume, you know. It's looking more and more like a case of infidelity indeed. I just have to find out the other person's identity. Okay, it's not like the smell of blood. Maybe he's hiding the blood smell. Got enough info at the newspaper company. Let's investigate elsewhere. The back street. Here we are again. Could be faster to get Isabel Owen's address by stealing info from the municipal office. I don't feel like it, though. That would be as a last resort. Could also ask some people with that kind of knowledge. Huh? Hide. Hi. Hi, Nelson. Looks like an upright fellow, but is a corrupt informant cop to the mafia. Conceals his frail physique beneath oversized clothing. Oh, great, it's you. I'm in a hurry, so please make it short. I'm investigating on someone. Maybe you could help. Who's that? Mikkel, Isabel Owen. I need her address. I'm not sure whether she lives with her husband. You mean currently? This is a great portrait shot. Well, profile? Well, of course. If that's the Isabel Owen you're talking about, she died a year ago. What? I was there, so I remember they had incessant fights. It drove her to commit suicide. The husband is a journalist, so maybe that's why it didn't make the news. A year ago? I've been negligent with my updates, but wait, more importantly, who in the world was it on the phone then? The call was from a police station. Some cops messing with me? No, I doubt it. After all, I have police inspectors as clients. You okay? Oh, yeah, sorry for the bother. Thanks for the info. Have this. It's not much, though. I can't accept money. People might mistake it for shady business. Truly the mindset of the mafia. There's no questions about his affiliations. Give him the cookies. Night is starting to fall. It was all a fool's errand. What am I even doing here? Trying to regain wasted time? Pure curiosity? Maybe it's just my nature as a detective. What if it was Rose on the phone? Cueing us in to investigate him. Time to go home. I'll take care of the info updates and all of that tomorrow. I'm drained. Whoa. Ain't that our fellow, Mikkel Owen? He sure is home early for someone supposed to be constantly overworked. Ah, stupid narrow stairway. Why is he carrying that heavy baggage? A person could fit in that suitcase. Yo, dude, I already called it. I already know. No, that can't be. Well, I need to clear one thing before leaving. Is he still here? You're a hard-working man, detective. Glenn warned me, said Skinner Agency was prowling after me. That bastard. Should have muzzled him. Can't believe it didn't strike me earlier that he would just sell the info. After all, he and I are in the same type of trade. You know what? It's alright. I wanted someone to know. Now please, come in. There's something I want to show you. I suppose you won't drop that knife? Not until you're inside. That's what I have to do. Otherwise, you'll just escape. I'm not even interested in your secrets, Mikkel. Look at it from my perspective. I have no idea what you already know. I'll just spill out everything, then buy your silence. But why? Well, I mean, you wouldn't really want to kill him if he's good at his job, I guess. Money and new information. Maybe I'll regain today's wasted time after all. Alright, I'll play by his rules till he's done counting his tail. If push comes to shove, my stun gun may come in handy. Would be a shame to be defeated by a mere journalist. If money's involved, I guess it's fair game. Now, just to let you know, my boss will know right away if you kill me, so think carefully about your actions. I'll keep it in mind. Don't want to end up in the can either. So that's his room. There's nothing strange so far as in the furnishing. But there's some pungent smell, like a heavy-handed dose of cologne. The perfume is strong, right? Are you covering up the smell of your dead wife and you're replacing her body parts or something? That's my current suspicion. I tried what I could, but I can't get rid of the smell. What are you carrying inside of this, a human being? How sagacious of you. Salacious? I don't know that word. Of you, detective. It's time to let you in on my secrets. You might be shocked, so I'll start with some pictures. The notebook. It's as Rose was saying. Obtain pictures from notebook. Oh dear. Careful, they're precious. Coroners wouldn't let me take pictures, so I had to sneak into a hospital. Oh, this music is loud. I prefer corpses from hospitals anyway. Not so interested in bodies from criminal cases and the like. So that's one of your secrets. I guess it's not much of a secret. I'm a necrophile. That's all. Oh, did his wife even really commit suicide? Oh, that's horrible. Gross. What is that corpse? I retrieved it from the slums. Hey, I'm not stealing anything, so it's not illegal, right? No, necrophilia is actually illegal. They are destined to be burned and spread over a flower bed. It's a waste not to look at them and touch them before that happens. I have a collection of pictures. My preference is for discolored bodies that died from illness. But obviously this type is stenchel. When they start decaying, I have to dispose of them. I use my parents' farm for that. You sure are one deranged freak, Mikkel. Ha! Judging someone based on the majority is proof of how prejudiced your world is. I didn't realize the beauty of corpses when I was younger, either. How did it even go on with my life until now? Even when marrying my wife, I kept looking at her wondering why she had been my choice. See, I don't like pretty things. When I look at a field of flowers, I just want to burn it all. My wife, too, was pretty. You killed your wife and framed it as a suicide? No, nothing of the sort, detective. She did it all by herself. My job's gotten busy, especially with the crime rise. There were stories every hour of every day. I kept getting home late, exhausted. I had no interest in my wife anymore, so she started suspecting me of cheating. In fact, that was around the time I grew fascinated by the splendor of corpses. I had the chance of seeing corpses on the job. Oh, I had already seen corpses during funerals, but these were preserved, fixed, embellished. Ew, fresh cadavers are something else entirely. Untouched bodies are a sight to behold. They have a vitality that even the living do not. I find that hard to believe. I started going to play with the cadavers after work. That's the reason why my relationship with Isabel went sour, you see. Yet, when looking at her turning hysterical, I remembered what I loved so much about her. Whenever I saw her pretty face, warped by feelings of anguish and resentment, whenever I heard her voice yell out jeers and abuse at me, my heart would race. I also got pictures of her, but they're not what I like. She slashed her throat before my eyes. She was still so lively, you know. I had no interest in that sort of death. How dare you even speak of your wife like that, or anyone, but okay. What? I thought you and I were kindred spirits. We both like to pry into others' lives, find out what lies beneath the surface. That's just a job to me. I derive no pleasure from it. What a shame. You're still unaware of the charm of your work. Being a journalist is a vocation to me. Until I came across that first corpse, my life had no meaning. Or rather, my first true blessing was to discover this city. There aren't many cities where you can regularly catch sight of dead people on the wayside. It's this foul city that introduced me to the deceased, and there are many more waiting for me. This is my Garden of Eden. Before arriving here, I had nothing. I just watched the others and did the same as them. Something was missing in my life. Something in me was left unfulfilled. But I finally found it. I finally found my own way of life. It doesn't matter if others can't understand. It's my very own form of art. In any case, there's no reason for me to kill you. I'd just go to jail. I'd rather keep enjoying my freedom. That's why I'll hand you some hush money. Keep my secrets. Don't mention my stealing the cadavers or anything of the sort. If I hadn't answered the phone, hadn't mistaken it for a request, hadn't neglected to update my info, knew of Isabel's death, didn't cling onto money and time, then I wouldn't have figured out this man's dirty secrets. Just nod to show agreement. I will protect my Eden. I will keep living in Eden. I am the one who dwells in the Garden of Eden. Just nod. Ooh. I can't draw. I'm not the best at taking pictures either. Because of my work, I write a lot, but it doesn't mean I have a special talent. However, I know true beauty when I see it. Isabel. What used to be my wife was now lying on the floor, emptied of life. Whoops. Without thinking, I had tried to wipe off some blood that had sprinkled my face. Of course, there's such a thing as bloodstain pattern analysis, and I don't want to be suspected of murder. I'd better not touch anything. She's not breathing anymore, so let's call the cops. Poor Isabel. Yet the timing is so perfect. Everything is going too well. Captivated by the natural grace of the corpse, I was stunned that a human could die so quickly. Never before had I felt so keenly the presence of God, now telling me to take what I sought. By some chance, am I loved by him? Is this his blessing to me? Isn't he delivering me from all ties and granting me power? The power to love mankind. If that is so, then why did she have to die? It was unlike her to think of me as unfaithful. Unlike the person she was when she chose me anyway. Perhaps she was misled by someone else, or she just fell victim to my power. Whichever it is, she is now banished from Eden. Alright, time to move on. Once the funeral is over, I'll be free at last. In my Garden of Eden, each blooming flower will be a dead human body. I awaited the arrival of the police in elevated spirits. Did they not find that suspicious? Ooh. Confession. Oh, hi, buddy. Good evening, I'm Mikkel Owen. I hope you enjoyed Man in the Garden of Eden. The partition screen gets in the way, doesn't it? Put it back. So how did you like my story? Oh, you wonder if I'm in jail? This is actually a confessional, a little room in church where one may confess his sins. I'm honored to be using this service. Thanks be to God. Let's talk a bit about the main story. What, you think I'm disgusting? I guess that was the whole point in the first place. Then what else? Oh, are you disappointed in the bribery? Was the story short? Well, this is the format, you see. In fact, it's just the beginning. A longer story is currently in the works, set in the same universe. Ah, I'm afraid I have to leave you now. I have to go for a reporting task. It was short, but I was glad to meet you. I'll see you next time. Oh my gosh, is this the longer work? Oh, it looks so good. Ooh, well, that's kind of gross, but I like it. All right, archives is the items that we found. Man in the Garden of Eden credits. Creator, Kiyui Yasui Yumai Kuanai. Game engine Suika 2. Publisher Luxion Soft LLC. Translations for English and French by Anthony Morgan. Oh, nice. Since part of Mikhail's personal collection, since there is no external wound visible, it looks like a doll at the first glance. Interesting. Okay, and then we read those, so. I'm presuming main story will just take us through the story again. Okay, my thoughts and feelings. This is an appetizer for a longer, more involved experience, and yet I like it. I do not condone murder, drugs, mafia ties, any of that. But for a fictional story in which an entire city is corrupt and our main character for this story is also extremely corrupt, I really like it. It's very fun. It's very interesting. I like that it is not afraid of being disgusting and gross. I like the art. I think the black and white aesthetic really allows any use of color to flourish. It is very striking immediately, so I find that very engaging. Very interested in all of these different side characters. You can tell that they are more than just what they're actively doing in the moment that we see them. So the guy in the alleyway with mafia ties, the really hot guy that was leaving the building, Sister Maria even. I'm very interested in characters that were mentioned in passing, like I think it was Daniel with the book from church. You can tell that there's a lot of writing to the world that's established, which I think bodes well for a longer experience set in the same world. I would be interested in it having the same characters or very similar, or maybe a couple are the same, just so that we can see more of how they engage with the world and what this world is like. So curious to see what happens next. I think this experience could be longer, but for a little snack, for a little bite of horror and this world and what the developers have to offer, it's really good. I like it. It's gross, but it's good. I'm so curious about how he got the phone call that we're seeing right now. I thought maybe it could have been Rose, the woman who was taking photographs and selling them or doing the work for Mikkel and others at the company, I guess. But it seems like maybe that's not the case. So I'm wondering if the main game will be slightly involved or if it will have a completely different story. I'm going to follow the developer on itch.io. If you would like to do the same, the itch.io link is down below. You can play the game yourself, leave comments for the developers, rate the game, anything you want. But that has been it for this little visual novel. I really like it. I hope you did too. That's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.